Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today, thousands of veterans struggle with the health effects of exposure to hazardous substances during their training or deployment. Congress has an obligation to provide these men and women with the resources, including health care services, they need to live with dignity. The Honoring Our PACT Act fulfills this duty by streamlining VA processes to receive care for toxic exposure-related illnesses, reducing the burden on our veterans. It also takes preemptive measures to ensure that the VA conducts research to track and identify emerging toxins. This will ensure that we are proactive in our efforts to safeguard the health of future veterans. I'm particularly pleased that this bill includes the Camp Lejeune Justice Act, which gives our service members the opportunity to seek compensation for exposure to contaminated water at the Camp Lejeune Marine Corps Base in North Carolina. For decades, Marines and their families stationed at this base unknowingly consumed, bathed in, and used water containing harmful chemicals and industrial solvents. As a result of their service, many veterans and family members now suffer from serious medical conditions, including cancer and birth defects. For years, North Carolina law prevented these individuals from seeking relief in court. The Camp Lejeune Justice Act rights this wrong, bringing long overdue justice to affected veterans. The Honoring Our PACT Act also creates a registry of veterans exposed to PFAS, or forever chemicals, from use of fire extinguishing agents in military installations. I proposed an amendment to this section with my colleague from North Carolina, Representative Rouser, which will require the Department of Defense to study additional sources of PFAS exposure on military bases and make recommendations to expand eligibility for toxic exposure benefits accordingly. I'm grateful that this amendment was made in order. We owe our nation's veterans an immeasurable debt for putting their lives on the line to defend our
Gentleman's
freedom.
time's expired. Gentlewoman's time's expired.
I commend the rule and the underlying bill to you, and I yield back.